What is up, Internet? It's your boy Otaku, and today we're going to be doing another manga that should be turned into an anime. Before we get started, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Leave comments, so we can have a discussion. Tell me what you think. And of course, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram so we can get all that stuff going. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to be talking about a manga today called Kanojo, okarishimasu, which means rental girlfriend. It's interesting because I looked into this and it's a real thing. They even have a whole thing where you can actually rent families, like full families there. So, renting somebody pretending to be your girlfriend for dates is actually real. So it kind of got me because I found out it was real. And it revolves around our main character, Kinoshita, who is a college student, and pretty much what happens is his first girlfriend ever he has in college. He's in love with her. She totally breaks his heart. Totally dismantles him. He's very sad. He's very depressed. He's very lonely. So he decides he's going to go online and through a service he finds called a rental girlfriend. And so he rents this girl, Mitsuhara, and they go on a first date. Well, when they get back, he's looking over her profile, and you'll find out she's kind of like mixed reviews and things like that. He decides to go out on another date with her, rent her again for another date. And during their date, he gets aggravated because part of the rental girlfriend's job is to tailor herself towards the customer's likes. So, obviously it's pretty like being fake. I mean, really good actress, acting on, but he knows it's not fake. He has the epiphany, the realization how fake it is during the date, and it depresses him and angers him. And he kind of not lashes out, but kind of just like, you know what? Let's not worry about it. Let's end this. I don't want to be a part of this anymore because it depresses him even more. Well, she's very professional. I mean, very, very professional. So he paid for the time, and she's like, you got to finish the time because you paid for it. She kind of breaks character and like lets him have it a little bit. It's really weird, because she's like, you got to finish your time. You paid for this amount. You're getting this amount. There's no stopping early. And he gets a call. His grandma had collapsed and is in the hospital. So in the middle of the day, he leaves to go to the hospital to go see his grandma, and she goes with him because she's still on his time, or he's still on her time, for the paid time. And so they go there, they're visiting the grandma, and a misunderstanding happens where the grandma thinks that she's actually dating the grandson. They're actually boyfriend and girlfriend. And he is the heir of a liquor store chain, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's either one liquor store or a liquor store chain. Grandma is very happy because he's never had a girlfriend before. Girls kind of have always been repulsed by him, even though he's like a really nice guy. He's not even bad looking either. With a draw him, looks pretty nice. She thinks that, this girl is his girlfriend. Well, he can't bring himself to tell her. So as they're leaving, he's arguing with the other girl saying, hey, you got to tell your grandma what's really going on. I'm not your girlfriend, But you find out that they run into her real life grandma who's in the same hospital, and the two grandmas are friends. So they kind of get stuck in a situation to where both their grandmas are so happy she can't bring herself to tell her grandma that she's not actually dating this guy. And so starts the baseline of the story. He has to keep renting her on certain days to go visit his grandma. He helps her out every once in a while when she goes to visit her grandma, and they can't bring themselves to bring up to the point that they're not actually dating. As all this goes along, she learns a lot more about him. They get put in situations where, like, he's at school and they kind of like maybe run into each other, but they still have to pretend that the cover because she gets introduced to all his friends and, all the stuff goes on. And they start learning about each other. She starts learning about him. He actually starts learning about the real her and not just like the business, like rental girlfriend side of her. And a lot of interesting, cool things happen. They bring in some other rental girlfriend stuff that goes on. The ex-girlfriend comes back, and I'm telling you guys now, this girl is a B. She is like, she dumped him, but she wants to act like it'll irritate you, but it makes for a good manga, good story. And you find out a lot about her, what her aspirations are, why she's doing this, why she's a rental girlfriend, things like that. And then you find out about him and his past and how he's a really good guy, why he just might be a little shy. And of course, like I said, they bring in stuff, other situations with the friends, more rental girlfriends, kind of come into play and kind of throw things in the mix. them trying to keep their secret from people, the conditions that's going on, and you know, even stuff like his dad kind of has some like holdups on it. At one point, he actually sees his son give her some money for like the date that they just went on. So even his dad gets a little suspicious of it. So them trying to, like I said, cover their tracks and make sure that they're not found out, and about them growing together. And they kind of like the will they won't they kind of trope in there, but it's done really really well because there's a lot of stuff in there I can't tell you guys because it spoils things. But you find out about the proximity of where they live and things like that. Her persona from when she's dating versus her real self when she's in regular college mode, because she's a college student too. So I mean, it's a really interesting read. It's really well written. The pacing is really well done. Everything that happens for a reason and just brings them closer. I can't say more without going into major spoilers. So you guys are really gonna have to trust me on this one. I'm telling you, it is not itchy at all. It is straight slice of life, romantic comedy, I guess you could say. So it is definitely worth a read, and it really should be turned into anime because the story is really good. The situations they get put into, how they get out of the situations, how they deal with new threats that come in, how they deal with, you know, unforeseen instances that happen to them, about them just running into each other on the streets with their friends. They're not dating, but their friends think they're dating, and how they handle that. And you know, like even like vacations, I think one arc when they go on separate vacations, they end up at the same spot. Of course, they run into each other, and it's like, damn, they have to, like, you know, pretend to get through it as well. A lot of good stuff happens, and so there's a lot of situations I think make well for the anime. There's a lot of chapters. It's over 150 chapters, so there's definitely a lot of material to pull from there, and it is a really good, thrilling read. You want to find out, like, at the end of every chapter, you're like, oh, I want to know what's going on. Go to the next chapter. Like, every time you want to say, oh, okay, they kind of leave you on the whole cliff. Well, they do their job. They leave you on the cliffhanger. So you read the next chapter. So this definitely needs to be an anime so it can read a wider audience. If you read manga, you gotta read it. I'm telling you, it is worth it. So with all that said, guys, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Again, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and always feel free to hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hope you guys have a great day.